All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to talk about how your brain works. We're actually going to put your brain to the test right now. I've got a series of illusions lined up that are designed to mess with your senses a little bit. It's going to be fun. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Are you absolutely sure you can trust your own senses? Like 100%? Do you think what you see and hear is a perfect, unfiltered recording of reality? Well, we're about to challenge that very idea. Yeah, think of this as a personal challenge. Let's find out how your brain handles a few curveballs. You ready? Okay, first up, we've got an experiment that plays this wild trick on your ears by using your eyes. I know, it sounds kind of weird, but you'll see, or actually you'll hear, exactly what I mean in just a second. This little piece of brain magic is called the McGurk effect. And what's so cool about it is that it creates a direct conflict between two of your senses. It basically reveals which one your brain decides to trust when it gets confusing signals. Okay, so here's what you need to do. It's super simple. In the clip that's about to play, just watch the person's mouth very carefully, and at the same time, listen to the sound they're making. That's it. Just watch and listen, but pay really close attention. All right, what did you hear? I'm guessing you heard the sound da-da. Is that what you got? Seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Well, things are not quite what they seem. Okay, you're not going to believe this. Here's what was really happening. The visual information, so the shape the person's lips were making, was for the sound gaga. But the actual audio that was playing was the sound baba. Yep, two completely different signals being sent to your brain at the exact same time. So your brain had this conflict, right? It saw ga, but it heard ba. What does it do? To solve this puzzle, it didn't just pick one. It actually blended them together. Your brain created a third sound, da, a sound that didn't exist in the audio or the video. It was a complete fabrication by your mind to make sense of the conflicting information. You were, quite literally, hearing with your eyes. Okay, that was wild. Let's move on to our next experiment. This one is all about the incredible power of focus, and it's another one you can try for yourself right now. So we're about to experience something called the Truxler effect. And it's pretty simple, really. Your brain is a powerhouse of efficiency. So if something in your peripheral vision, the stuff on the edges, just stays completely still for long enough, your brain just kind of decides, that's not important, and it literally erases it from your perception. All right, get ready. On the screen, you're going to see an image with a small dot right in the center. Here's your mission. Stare only at that dot. I mean it. Don't let your eyes wander for even a second. Keep them locked on that dot. We're going to try and hold that for about 30 seconds. You got this? Let's go. Keep staring right at that dot. Don't move, don't look away. For the next 20 seconds or so, just keep your gaze fixed right on the center and just notice. Notice what starts to happen to everything else on the screen. Okay, you can relax your eyes now. So, what happened? Pretty weird, huh? For most people, the image, the colors around that central dot, they should have started to fade. Maybe they even vanished completely into the background. And that is just a perfect example of how your perception isn't reality. I mean, the image was always there, of course, but because it wasn't moving, your brain just decided it was useless data, background noise, and just filtered it out. It did this to save energy. Your brain literally made something that was right in front of you completely disappear from your awareness. Okay, time for our last experiment. And honestly, this might be the most mind-bending one of all. This one's not about your eyes tricking your ears or about focus. It's about something we think we have total control over, our attention. This is a phenomenon called change blindness. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's our shocking inability to notice a major change in a scene that's happening right in front of our faces. We all walk around thinking we see the whole picture, but, well, you're about to find out just how much we miss. So here's your final challenge. Just watch the short scene that's about to play. That's it. Your only job is to spot the change. And trust me, it's a big change. It's totally obvious once you know it's there. So pay very, very close attention. All right, did you see it? Seriously, think back for a second. A really large object in the background was completely switched with something else. Did you happen to catch it? If you're sitting there thinking, what change? Don't worry. You're with most people. The vast majority of people do not see it the first time. You have just personally experienced change blindness. Your brain was so busy paying attention to what it thought was important, the main action, that it completely ignored a massive change happening in plain sight. So what in the world is going on here? We've got the McGurk effect, the Troxler effect, change blindness. I mean, is your brain just broken? Why does it play these tricks on us? Well, the answer is actually brilliant. So what's the big takeaway from all this? First, your brain is all about efficiency. It uses mental shortcuts because it simply cannot process every single piece of information coming at it. And second, this means your perception is not a perfect video recording of reality. It's more like a story your brain constructs for you based on what it thinks is important. And you should really think of it this way. These aren't bugs, they're features. These so-called tricks are the very things that allow us to focus on what matters for survival, like spotting a threat or being able to hold a conversation in a really loud room. They keep us from being totally overwhelmed by the world. Which kind of leaves us with one last big, thought-provoking question, doesn't it? If your brain is actively editing your reality, erasing blurry shapes, completely ignoring huge changes, and even changing the sounds you hear, what else are you not seeing every single day?